I never thought anything like this would happen to me, but it did. It's all gone. Basically everything's gone. So I'm going to explain to you something that happened to me on Rocket League that is the worst thing that's ever happened to me on Rocket League, the worst thing that's happened to me on a game, online. It sucks, but because of this, I definitely am going to give a massive shout out to the sponsor of this video. You'll understand why. I'm going to play their intro. If you want to check them out, by all means, you can do that. If you just want to skip their intro and go right ahead to the video, then you can also do that. You guys need to go and check out the sponsors of this video, lolga.com. They sell gift cards for cheaper than they actually are if you use my discount code PIXEL at checkout for 6% off. Say you want a $50 gift card, go to the checkout, use my code, and you can get it for cheaper than $50. If you want to buy V-Bucks on Fortnite, keys on Rocket League, or much more, then you can go and do that using the link in the description. Lolga is not affiliated with any game that I'm playing or showing on the channel, but they're really supporting me, and I hope you go show them some love. So, with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. Let's play casual 3v3 while we talk about this. I'll explain the story and everything in a minute, but basically, my Rocket League account got hacked, someone else got into it and traded away a load of my items, and I have a list here of some of the items that I remember, and before you think, oh, he's probably faking it and stuff, I actually do have footage while it was going down, and you'll think that's a bit suspicious. Why would he be recording if, you know, he didn't know he was going to get hacked? So it'll all make sense in a minute, but as a result of this hack, this is all I could think of, by the way. There's probably stuff I missed. My white octane, as you can see, I'm not wearing that. All my painted Dracos, all my white Zombas, which was 4, I think, as well as Striker and Sweeper. My unbelievable goalkeeper Black Zombas, my sky blue Striker Zombas, both my white Wonderments, and basically all of my painted Wonderments, the white Maverick GXT, the Alpha Cap, all of my black markets, the Striker 20XX, the 2 Fire Gods, all of them, the black reactors that I got recently, all the elevator crates that I was planning on making a video with, and the painted exotics that I got in the elevator crate, the elevation crate, I should say, on the first day. So that's a list of a lot of the items, but it's not all of them. But yeah, in terms of valuable items on my account, I've still got the white troublemakers because they didn't make their way down that far. They basically took all of the really valuable stuff like the black markets and the white Zombas, and then they just went from the top of the inventory down. And I've still got my white troublemakers because they're lower down than, I think they got to M in the alphabet, so halfway through. So I've still got my white troublemakers. I've still got some white loopers. I've still got 3 pairs of crimson voltaics, which is literally all the value in my account, but compared to the well over 1,000 keys worth of inventory I have, it kind of sucks. And here's how it happened. Okay, so obviously I've got all these items and I'm not using a lot of them. You know, a lot of the items that I lost I didn't use, so you know, it makes sense to sell them, and that's what I was doing. I was trying to sell a pair of my white Zombas for keys to finance some elevation crate videos, and that's why I was recording my screen, because basically, I record all my white Zomba trades, because if you've seen my videos before, you would have seen that I said, oh, I traded my white Zombas, here was the deal, and then I'll put it on the screen. So I was recording my screen for a white Zomba trade, and it was a mixture of a few scams that cost me to lose everything. It was, and I've mentioned it in videos before, in my 10 scams you need to know video, I mentioned it. It was a mixture of the too good to be true scam, and then a bunch of other things, and there were reasons as to why I, you know, did what I did in the situation and stuff, especially, well, I'll explain it in this video. So basically, this guy says he'll pay 150 keys for white Zombas. Now, I know the price for white Zombas are a lot lower than that, but it seemed believable to me because at one point they have been that. So I thought, okay, that makes sense. And the guy added me, and he basically said, okay, I'll trade it once you rep me, you rate me 5 stars. And again, I thought, oh, nothing wrong with that. Everyone asks for that all the time, you know, on Steam profiles and that. You rate them as traders, and you know, people gotta make a living out here with as traders and that. So I thought, okay, I'll give him a good rep, and he sent me a link, and it was to this Rocket League swap website, and it looked legit and stuff. And then it asked me to sign in through my Steam, and I've signed in through my Steam on stuff like Lolga and that, and it's all been fine because, you know, it's like legit. And I thought, oh, I guess if I'm gonna leave their comment as me, I should sign in, right? Obviously, dumb mistake. I don't want you guys, obviously. This video isn't for sympathy's sake as much as it is to inform. I know I was dumb, like really dumb, and I don't deserve it, because the only reason it happened is because someone was scummy enough to do it. You know, that doesn't mean that, you know, yes, I was dumb, but it doesn't mean that that I deserved it, if that makes sense. But either way, I entered my info, and I was like, okay, now can we do the trade? And he was like, all right, 1 second. I'm recording this as well, by the way. And then it says, like, I get logged out. I think this is how it happened. I get logged out. And, hey, we got Painted Certified Maverick GXT back. So get a look at that. I'll actually go back to my inventory and stuff right now. So I get logged out, and I'm thinking, that's a bit weird. But then when I log out, here's where it was kind of handy for the hacker, because when it logged out, it said finishing Steam Cloud Sync. And I don't know if you know this, but about a week ago, I couldn't access Rocket League at all because of Steam Cloud files being corrupt and it being all messed up. So I then thought, oh, okay, nothing else wrong other than the problem I had before. So it didn't then occur to me that I was being hacked and scammed. I just thought, okay, my folders, my files, they're all messed up. I'll let it sync and stuff like that. And also sometimes when I try and launch Rocket League, I don't know if this happens to you, but I'll try and launch it and it says an instance of this app is already running. So then I have to like go into Task Manager, exit Steam and all that, and then it's fixed. It's just like some kind of glitch. So I got a message saying that I've been logged in elsewhere, and I thought, okay, this is another glitch. I haven't logged in on my computer, but it thinks I have. That happens to me all the time. I thought that was a glitch. So 2 scenarios that made me think away from hacking and just my computer being a moron. So I was like, okay, fine. So I put my password back in, and then it's like enter the authentication code, because I do have 2-factor authentication on my account. I had a few people on Twitter saying you should get 2-factor authentication, and here's the thing, I did. And obviously that I got that message as soon as I logged in on my computer, but when they were logging in on their computer, wherever they were. So I then input the code that I got emailed onto my computer, thinking it would let me in. But that wasn't letting me in, that was letting them in. It just so happened we logged in at the same time. So I entered my code that only I can access, because only I have access to my email, which is the point of 2-factor authentication, and it let them get into my account. I was like, what? That's really, really, like, weird. I got logged in, and then I got logged out again. I went back to my inventory and I checked, and there was some stuff missing. My White Striker Zombas were missing. All my black markets were gone. I'll probably put footage on the screen of this happening, because, as I said, I was recording for a White Zomba trade. And yeah, it was just sort of weird. And then, yeah, I got logged out again. I signed back in, and realized that even more stuff was gone. So I think that was after, yeah, I changed my password. When I realized some stuff was missing, I think I logged out, changed my password, and then by the time I input my new password to get in, I looked and there was even more stuff gone. So at the first time round, all I noticed, obviously there's probably more gone, but all I noticed was gone with the White Striker Zombas and all the black markets and possibly the Alpha Cat, but I didn't actually check, but I assume they would have taken that straight away. And then the second time I logged in, all my white Zombas were gone. All my painted Dracos were gone. I had the Zomba set apart from grey Zombas on this account. And you'll see what I've got now. My Alpha Cap was gone. All my black markets are gone, which is really, really frustrating. But if we go to Painted Exotic, this is now what we're looking like. So, you know, I've still got stuff, but it's just not great. I've got some discotheques. I lost my white Infiniums, I know they're gone, and then I think they got down this far, so I've still got all of this stuff, which is great. You know, the voltaics, that kind of helps, but they took my Wonderments, my 2 white Wonderments, a few other colors. They didn't take that pair of black Zombas, which I was grateful for, I guess. They took my certified black Zombas, all my white Zombas, as you can see. So yeah, this is now what my inventory looks like, and it's not a bad inventory. It's the principle of the thing. It's the fact that they got stolen from me. So it was just annoying. It was the mixture of too good to be true that made me look at his trade instead of other trades. It was then the thing with the Steam Cloud files making me think it was something else, and also being logged in elsewhere. I thought that was something else because that's happened to me before and it wasn't a problem. And then the 2-factor authentication went against me because I entered the code for them, thinking that I was entering it for me. So yes, it's my fault that I got scammed, but obviously that, like I said, I'm not the one scamming, so it still sucks that it happened. Like, it really, really sucks. I'm going to get into another game. We actually played decently well in that first game. I know it was just casual, so no one's really trying, but yeah. So it actually sucks because like I said, I didn't use the items much, but I was literally just starting to sell those items for keys, such as those white Zombas, to start financing my videos with my inventory. I was finally getting to the stage where I was doing that, and just when I'm about to, literally in doing so, I lose everything because I just had like a lapse of concentration, and it absolutely sucks. And people are saying, oh, just contact Cyanix, get it back and stuff, and I could contact them, and in certain cases I've heard that they get you your items back by looking into the trade logs, but the problem is the items are on trade lock, so I could go through the hassle of getting all my items back, blah blah blah, but I just get them back on trade lock. So I'm just basically, I'd be doing all that to get, yes, my black markets would be great, and my white octane would be cool, and white zombies would be cool, but when they're trade locked, from that point on, it's purely aesthetic purposes, you know? The only thing that would gain me is having white zombies and black markets and gold explosions in-game. That's the only the way I'd benefit, which isn't really worth the hassle in my opinion, because when I can't sell them to make videos, they're pretty useless to me by that point, because, you know, I can make cool looking cars from default items. So that is basically the story, and I have a sponsored campaign lined up with a company. I'm not going to say their name right now. I'll say it in the sponsored video and stuff, about hacking and keeping yourself safe. And I had 2 stories lined up in that video that I was going to say about times in the past where I'd been hacked, how it made me feel and stuff like that. And then as I'm about to start recording it, not literally as about, but, you know, in the realm of the same few days, this hacking thing happens. So I'll definitely be mentioning this story briefly again in that video, because I really am... I've been the victim of hacking and, you know, not being prepared enough times and seriously enough for it to really affect me and for me to genuinely want to help you guys. So I'm grateful to the company for reaching out to me, who want to get this campaign on the road. It's so apt for someone like me, and I really want to help you guys out and just not let hacking affect you guys, because I'm playing like a moron. Not let hacking affect you guys in the way it has me, and this is definitely the worst one, you know. Other hacks, I've lost a little bit of money, or I almost lost a social media account, but this one, nice shot, I lost a ton of value, you know. That probably be like maybe $1,000 worth of keys that I would now have to buy instead of selling my inventory for. So yeah, it's awful. It seems that a few people said on Twitter that a lot of things seem to be going against me in Rocket League, which is very true, you know. Although luckily they didn't take the new Nimbus car, so I was still able to make my new car video. But yeah, they did take like 10 elevation crates, so I'm gonna have to go buy some. Whoa! I'm gonna have to buy some after this to make my next elevation crate video. But I am gonna still keep grinding. Thank you so much, everybody, for the support on the videos on the channel. I know YouTube, for a lot of people, is in a bit of a downward slope at the moment. I don't think it's too bad. Obviously, as long as, you know, I've got you guys watching, I've got the sponsor, I'll be fine. Obviously, my expenses go up a lot. You know, that I've got my new place. I have to pay my taxes, which is a lot more than I was expecting. But I'm not absolutely desperate. You know, just you watching this, really, I'm very gratuitous for that. And, you know, I've still got, obviously, the Patreon idea in the back of my head. Currently not going with it because I am financially secure enough, and I don't want to do it unless absolutely necessary. And obviously one of the Patreon rewards was, you know, a big reward was part of was giveaways for my patrons, which I won't be able to do as easily now because everything I would have given away in those Patreon giveaways has already been stolen by the hacker. So honestly, thank you so much for supporting me. It genuinely means the world, and I'm not just saying that. So coming up on the channel, we should have, I think, a decryptor versus key video for the new elevation crate opening, followed by, I believe, that there's an apartment tour coming up. I know that. I'll be filming that, I think, today. Then obviously the hacking campaign, that'll be out in the next couple of weeks, I think, and stuff like that. I still post on the full 90 on my football channel. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I'm not going to show you the rest of this game. We're going to leave it on a Brazil. But subscribe today to join the Pixel Army. Ivan Pixel, you have been awesome. Honestly, you guys, you really, really helped me out, and it means the world to me. And I'll see you in the next video very soon. Pick